It was just another quiet night shift at the convenience store, or so Emily thought. But in the span of a few minutes, her life would change forever. This shy, unassuming employee would uncover a courage she never knew she had. By the end of the night, she would be hailed a hero, and her life would never be the same again. Emily had always been the quiet one. At work, she kept her head down, completing her tasks diligently without drawing attention to herself. Her co-workers teased her gently about her shyness, but Emily didn't mind. She preferred the background, finding comfort in routine and simplicity. It was a cold, rainy night. Business was slow, and Emily found herself alone in the store. The gentle hum of the fluorescent lights and the faint drizzle outside were her only company. She spent her time organizing receipts and restocking shelves, unaware that something, or someone, was about to shatter her quiet evening. At exactly 10:34 p.m., the jingle of the store's bell broke the silence. Emily looked up, expecting to see a late-night customer. Instead, she saw a man wearing a dark hoodie and a mask. He moved with purpose, his eyes scanning the store before locking onto her. Her heart began to race. The man approached the counter and pulled out a weapon, pointing it directly at Emily. His voice was harsh and demanding. "Empty the register," he barked. "Now." Emily's hands trembled as she glanced at the panic button beneath the counter. She knew she had to act quickly, but fear threatened to paralyze her. Summoning every ounce of courage, Emily discreetly pressed the panic button. It was a silent alarm, one that would alert the police without the robber knowing. But now, she needed to buy time. "Please," Emily said, her voice shaking but steady. "You don't have to do this." Her words surprised even herself. The man hesitated for a moment, clearly not expecting resistance from someone like her. But then, his frustration grew, and he slammed his hand on the counter. "I said, empty the register," he shouted. Emily's heart pounded in her chest, but she refused to let fear take over. She spoke again, her voice firmer this time. "I know you're in a tough spot," she said. "But this isn't the way." The man stopped pacing, his eyes narrowing as he processed her words. For a brief moment, the tension in the air seemed to shift. Just as the situation seemed ready to spiral out of control, the sound of sirens pierced the night. The man turned toward the door, his grip on the weapon loosening as the police burst into the store. "Drop the weapon," one officer commanded. The man hesitated, then finally surrendered, placing the weapon on the counter. Emily watched in stunned silence as the officers cuffed the man and led him outside. The danger had passed, but the adrenaline still coursed through her veins. She had done it. Her quick thinking and calm demeanor had saved the day. The police stayed with Emily for hours, praising her for her bravery. "You stayed calm under pressure," one officer said. "Not many people can do that." Emily nodded quietly, still processing the events of the night. By morning, the story had spread. Local news stations arrived to interview Emily, dubbing her the brave cashier. For someone who had spent her life in the background, the sudden attention was overwhelming. But beneath her shyness, Emily felt a quiet pride. She had proven to herself that she was stronger than she ever thought possible. A few days later, the store owner organized a small ceremony to honor Emily. He presented her with a generous bonus and a heartfelt note of gratitude. "You're not just an employee," he said. "You're a hero." Emily's co-workers and regular customers gathered to celebrate her courage. For the first time, she felt truly seen and appreciated. But the most surprising moment came when a local businessman, inspired by her story, offered her a new job. "Your composure and quick thinking are exactly what we need," he said. The offer was more than Emily could have ever dreamed of, a chance to leave the convenience store and start a new chapter in her life. Emily accepted the offer and began working at a company that valued her skills and determination. Her life transformed in ways she never imagined, all because she found the courage to stand up in a moment of fear. Emily's story became a symbol of quiet strength and resilience. She inspired countless others to believe in themselves and to act with courage, no matter how daunting the situation might seem. As she passed by the store where it all began, Emily paused for a moment. She smiled, remembering the shy cashier she used to be. She had faced her fears, changed her life, and discovered the hero within her. Emily's story reminds us that even the quietest voices can make the loudest impact. What would you have done in her shoes? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more inspiring stories.